The third type is number variables, and these are extremely powerful. You can use them to perform calculations, track how many times a learner attempts an activity, or keep a running point total throughout the lesson. As we mentioned earlier, when you create a number variable, you'll choose whether to set it to a specific whole number or let Storyline select one randomly. Once that initial value is set, you can adjust it at any point by performing simple addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division based on the learner's actions. Or you can assign it a completely new value altogether. Let's look at a couple of examples. Say you have a 3-question survey, and you want to measure how the learner feels about a specific topic. You could use a slider or dial for each question, with each one starting at a value of 0, 0 indicating the learner hasn't responded yet. Each slider or dial has its own number variable. Once all 3 are answered, you add the 3 values together and divide the sum by 3 to get the average response. But number variables aren't just for calculations. Remember the true-false example where the learner had to choose between option A and option B? That works fine as a binary choice. But what happens when you add options C, D, and E? A true-false variable can't handle that. Here's where number variables step in. Let's say you want the learner to choose one of 5 avatars to represent them throughout the lesson. You assign each avatar its own number value. Then, whenever the lesson needs to display the learner's chosen avatar, a trigger tells Storyline which one to show based on that stored value.